Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshire Media. I am Mark, your host, your presenter, whatever you want me to be. And yes, I am cheaper and better than the BBC. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about, let's just say, is it real or isn't it real? I'm talking about the Aurora aircraft. It was reported in 1980s that they were building this Aurora. So the Aurora was rumoured mid-1980s, and the American reconnaissance aircraft. The Aurora was rumoured mid-1980s. American reconnaissance aircraft. There is no substantial evidence that it was ever built or flown, and it's been termed a myth. Well, they said that about the U2 project, didn't they? Spy plane U2. That's what they said about codename race car. They denied it. So, the US government has consistently denied such an aircraft was ever built. The aviation space reference site aerospace.web.org conclude the evidence supporting the Aurora is circumstantial or pure conjecture. There is little reason to contradict the government's position. It has been, no substantial evidence that it was ever built or flown, and it's been termed a myth. It's been termed a myth. But then again, U2 were termed a myth. It has constantly denied such an aircraft was ever built. Aviation space reference site aerospace.web.org conclude the evidence supporting the Aurora is circumstantial, pure conjecture. There is little reason to contradict the government's position. Former Skunk Works director Ben Rich confirmed that the Aurora was simply a myth in Skunk Works in 1994. Book detailing his days at the director, Rich wrote that a colonel working in the Pentagon arbitrarily assigned the name Aurora to the funding for the B-2 bomber design competition, and somehow the name was leaked to the media. 2006 veteran Black Project watcher and aviation writer Bill Sweetman said, "Does Aurora exist? Years of pursuit have led me to believe that yes, Aurora is most likely in active development, spurred on by recent advances that have allowed the technology to catch up with the ambition that launched the program a generation ago." So, the Aurora legend started in March 1990 when Aviation Week and Space and Technology magazine broke the news that the term Aurora had been individually included in the 1985 US budget as an allocation of $455 million for black aircraft production. FY 1987, according to Aviation Week, Project Aurora referred to a group of exotic aircraft, not to one particular airframe. Funding the project allegedly reached $2.3 billion in fiscal 1987, according to 1986 document obtained by Aviation Week in 1994. But Skunk Works, Ben Rich, the former head of Lockheed Skunk Works division, wrote, "The Aurora was a budgetary code name for stealth bomber fly-off that resulted in the B-2 Spirit." Evidence. By the late 1980s, aerospace industry observers believed that the US had the technology and capability to build a Mach 5 hypersonic speed replacement for aging Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. Detailed examinations of the US defense budget claimed to have fund money missing or channeled into black projects. By the mid-1990s, reports surfaced of sightings of unidentified aircraft flying over California and the United Kingdom involving odd-shaped contrail, sonic booms and related phenomena that suggested the US had developed an aircraft. Nothing ever linked any of these observations to any program or aircraft type, but the name Aurora was often tagged on these as a way of explaining the observations. British sighting claims in August 1989, while working as an engineer of the Jack Up barge GSF Galveston Key in the North Sea, Chris Gibson and another witness saw an unfamiliar isosceles triangle-shaped Delta aircraft, apparently refueling from Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker and accompanied by a pair of F-111 fighter bombers. Gibson, his girlfriend, watched the aircraft for several minutes until they went out of sight. He drew a sketch of the formation. And that's what he drew. That's what he drew. That's what he drew. Artist rendering of the Aurora from various angles. When the sighting was made public in 1982, the British Defence Secretary Tom King was told there is no knowledge in the MOD of a black programme of this nature, although it would not surprise the relevant desk officers in the air staff and defence intelligence staff if it did exist. A crash at area Boscombe Down in Wiltshire on 26th of September 1994 appeared closely linked to black missions, according to a report Air Force Monthly. Further investigation was hampered by USAF aircraft flooding into the base. Special Air Service personnel arrived in plain clothes in August. In Augusta 109, crash site was protected from view by fire engines and tarpaulins, and the base was closed to all flights soon afterwards. An unsustained claim on the Orsted Keynes Village website purports to show photos of the trail left after an unusual sonic boom was heard over the village in July 2002 and 2005. The information was used in a BBC report about the Aurora project. US sighting claims a series of unusual sonic booms was detected in Southern California beginning in mid to late 1991, recorded by United States Geological Survey sensors across Southern California used to pinpoint earthquake. The sonic booms were characteristic of a similar vehicle rather than of the 37-metre long Space Shuttle orbiter. Furthermore, neither the shuttle or NASA, a single SR-71B, was operating on the days the booms had been registered in the article In Plain Sight, which appeared in the Washington City paper on 3rd July 1992. People 12 and 13, one of the seismologists Jim Morey noted, "We can't tell anything about the vehicle. They seem stronger than the sonic booms that was recorded once in a while. They've all come on Thursday mornings about the same time, between 4 and 7. Former NASA sonic boom expert Don Melbury studied in the 15-year-old sonic boom data from the California Institute of Technology and has deemed that the data showed something at 90,000 feet, Mach 4 to Mach 5.2. He also said the booms did not look like those from an aircraft that had travelled through the atmosphere many miles away at Los Angeles International Airport. Rather, they appeared to be the booms from an high altitude aircraft directly above the ground. Moving at the high speed, the boom signatures of the two different aircraft patterns are widely different. There was nothing particular to tie these events to any aircraft, but they served it to increase the number of stories about the Aurora. That's another artist rendering of the Aurora project. On March 23rd, 1982, Amarillo, Texas, Stephen Douglas photographed the donuts on the rope control and linked this sighting to distinctive sounds. He described the engine's noise as a strange, loud, pulsating, raw, unique, deep pulsating rumble that vibrated the house and made the windows shake, similar to a rocket engine noise, but deeper with evenly timed pulses, in addition to providing the first photographs of the distinctive contrail previously reported by many. The significance of this sighting was enhanced by Douglas reports intercepts of radio transmissions. Air-to-air communications were between an AWACS aircraft with the call sign Dragnet 51 from Tinker, AFB, Oklahoma, two unknown aircraft using the call signs Dragstar November and Dragstar Mike. Messages consisted of phonetically transmitted alphanumerics. It's not known whether the radio traffic had any association with the pulsar that had just flown over Amarillo. Darkstar is also a call sign of AWACS aircraft from a different squadron at Tinker AFB, a month later, radio enthusiasts in California monitoring Edwards AFB radar call sign Joshua Control heard early morning radio transmissions between Joshua and I flying aircraft using the call sign Gas Pipe. Yep, you're at 67,000 feet, 81 miles out was heard by 70 miles out now, 36,000 feet above the glide slope. As in the past, nothing linked these observations to any particular aircraft or program, but observations to the Aurora helped expand the legend. So it has expanded the legend. So it has, you know. In February, former resident of Rachel, Nevada, Area 51 enthusiast Chuck Clark claimed to have filmed the Aurora taking off from the Groom Lake facility in the David Darlington Book Area 51, the Dreamland Chronicles. He said, I even saw the Aurora take off one night on an aircraft that matched the Aurora's reputed configuration, sharp delta with twin tails, about 130 feet long. It taxied out of a lightened hangar at 2:30 a.m. and used a lot of runway to take off. It had one red light on top, but the minute the wheels left the runway, the light went off. And that was the last I saw of it, and I didn't hear it because the wind was blowing from behind me towards the base. I asked when this had taken place, February. Obviously they didn't think anybody was out there. It was 30 below zero, probably 90 below with the wind chill factor. I had hiked into Whitesides from a different harder way than usual and stayed there 2 or 3 days among the rocks under the camouflage tarp with 6 layers of clothes on. I had insulator face mask and 2 sleeping bags so I didn't present heat signature. I videotaped the aircraft through telescope with 500mm f4 lens coupled via a C-ring to high digital video camera with 520 scan lines or resolution, which is better than TV. The author then asked where the tape locked away. That's legitimate. Spy plane main purpose is not to give away legitimate national defence when they get ready to unveil it. I'll probably release the tape. Additional claims. So, is the Aurora real? Well, you've heard what I've had to say about it. You've heard what I've researched. I'll leave it to you. It's gone down as a myth. They're saying it in, but then again, they said U2 and SR Sentinel wasn't active, and it was, as we all know. So they can't lie. I mean, I don't blame them. But is the Aurora real? They say it's not, so I'm going to respect that. But I'll leave that up to you. So what do you think? Is Aurora real or not? Or is it just a myth, like what they say? I'll leave that up to you. You know what I mean? Some of you might like this, some of you might not. But if you have liked this, please give me a thumbs up. Please like the video. Please get me to about 10 or 15 likes. So please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell icon and hit all. That will let you know when I'm putting up a video. And please share this video with your friends and your family and other social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch and Bing. And use the comment section and let's talk. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye bye. Catch you all later.